finally got it. Sorry it took so long. And also sorry, viewers. My PS5 crashed. Even my PS5 couldn't believe that I got Skirk and Mizuki all at the same time. If I was playing Wuwa, I would be able to heal at a teleport waypoint. It's always nice to just take a jaunty jog and stuff like that. This is not walking. This is actually just, this is regular running. This is sprinting. I wish we could just take flight and just, like, you know, play around.
Great, she's still here.
What? What the hell? No way! Is this a whole new area?
We're not from the same world, are we? Wait, but that's great! That means the world isn't going to end. In that case, tell me, what happens to Conria? What happens to my homeland? No, wait. Don't answer that. We can only fight for our future. I'll carry on looking for him. Although, in a way, I've already found my savior. It's you. You protected me, and I believe you can protect us all. You're the one who can change everything. It's just too bad that we're not from the same time or place. Oh, one last thing before I forget. I know how much you want to find your brother. Surely he must be desperate to find you too. So, is there anything you can give me as a memento? Proof that we met? That way, when I do find him, I can convince him that you're also searching for him. Huh? What is it?
Oh, I'm gonna have to keep it. What the fuck? Time frozen. I'm not buying it. The Abyss frickin' manipulated you.
Our hero is back! Everyone's been waiting for you. The Abyss Order made a full retreat before our forces even arrived on the scene. All thanks to your efforts, no doubt. Oh, and Mr. Dainsliff's, of course. What's wrong? You look upset.
Paimon doesn't know the details either. The Traveler just disappeared after taking Deirdre's hand. It was like they got sucked into another world. Paimon was looking all over for her, and then she suddenly reappeared, right back in the same spot, but looking a lot more glum.
I think I got the gist of what happened. Something to do with your brother? I spoke with the Lord of the Night in a dream just now, and learned quite a lot.
Huh? You met your brother? And you didn't think to tell Paimon right away? Well, oh, never mind. Paimon can see that you're pretty down right now. But let's go over everything later, alright?
What your brother accomplished? It all but defies comprehension. I was stunned when I heard about it too. But what surprised me the most was that the Lord of the Night actually chose to allow it. The Lord of the Night did try to explain it to me, but in a word, it's complicated. During the war with the Abyss, Mawika had an argument with the captain. Mawika believed that we should fight to protect our culture and memories, while the captain believed the preservation of the ley lines should come before all else. So, the Lord of the Night was very intrigued when presented with the Loom of Fate, and informed of its ability to weave ley lines. She saw your brother's actions as a potential third option, namely to preserve an entire nation in the form of an atlas.
Preserve a nation? You've definitely lost me now.
You're not the only one. Paimon.
With that in mind, the Lord of the Night gave the go-ahead once she was satisfied that the Loom of Fate wouldn't have any real effect on Natlan. However, I believe she imposed an additional condition of her own.
An additional condition? Did she ask for something in return?
No idea. She wouldn't tell me what it was.
Huh.
Alright, well, let's not overthink this for now. We just won a war! Time for a well-earned drink to celebrate. I trust the Lord of the Night unreservedly. I'm sure she only involved herself to take a problem off our hands, so it's one less thing for us to worry about. Don't you agree, Traveler? Come on, let's head back to the Collective of Plenty. Oh, Veressa should be there too. We'll treat you to a real feast. Huh?
Eon-san, leave her be. This might be hard to understand for an extrovert like you, but some people need alone time to recharge every once in a while.
Traveler?
Okay, I was just sliding there for a second. Let's just go to this one. Fuck it. Well, that's it. In only 17 minutes. My PS5 couldn't crash just 17 minutes after the fact. Well, with that said and done, well, I just want to say this. I'm going to have to take in all this too. What I just saw and was said kind of goes against all what has actually happened. What actually happened is what we were actually helping Natlan. We're actually helping all these nations overcome all these obstacles right now. Because of the freaking heavenly principles being defied and all that stuff. And all that other stuff. A great sin got committed in Fontaine. A war happened in Natlan. Sumeru tried to replace their god and try to defy its ways, its traditional ways. Inazuma was going through a tough freaking vision crisis because of the freaking vision hunt decree. Lie was having to deal with a threat from the Vortex Water God. Mondstadt had an issue with its dragon being corrupted. And now all this just got dropped onto us. And this is it. That's it. We are now in transition period.
Where have wings come from?
Yeah, and Daredevil, she's nowhere to be seen. She's disappeared. She's disappeared. Like, nowhere to be seen. That means that which means that we're just an update away from Snezhnaya. Before we know it, we're gonna be there. New element for the Traveler. The last new element, Cryo. Choco milk, what? Huh? I haven't got one of those in a while in Genshin Impact. Wow, I forgot how it looked. Anyway, so what I got to go off of for Snezhnaya's placement in all of this, it's quite clear that it is going to be here. As Chao Tartaglia said, of High North, Snezhnaya will be the High North Star. So that means that Snezhnaya is going to be north of Lie and Inazuma, north of Lie and Mondstadt. However, it will be northwest of Fontaine. So next we meet in Genshin Impact, we are going to be going into Snezhnaya. I will have 1 or 2 more Genshin Impact streams in between this, while us doing my other streams for like Wuthering Waves and Zenless Zone Zero. I'm going to put on hold. Honkai Star Rail, I'm waiting until we get a new world reveal or get a new Trailblaze mission to go on, because if I play my cards right, after this update has now been here and presented to us, we're about ready for endgame. I think after 2 updates in the 6.0, after a couple of updates and stuff like that, I think our conquest for frickin' Snezhnaya is going to be like 3 acts. And then there's going to be 3 acts for like going from Snezhnaya to Celestia, and we're going straight to the end of the game. Like, seriously, we're at endgame now. Like, the final boss is almost upon us, and we are now at what? Oh wow. Is there an anecdote here in Sumeru? No. What about here in Natlan? No anecdotes here. Yeah, it's just, this is surprising. Like, we have no idea what's going on now. The whole Luma Fate thing, it's just so surprising. And possibly throughout next updates, because we're at 5.7. We're like 0.3 decibels away to getting. We're 0.3 decibels away from 6.0. It's either going to be 0.3 decibels away or 2.2 decibels away, because it cannot be 0.1 decibel away, because there was a 1.9, and that was the only time. Then there was a 2.8, and then it went to 3.0. Then a 3.6, then it went to 4.0. And then it went from 4.8 to 5.0. So it might be from 5.7 to 6.0. So what we have of Natlan's map right here might be all of Natlan discovered for right now, because in other updates, like in the 5. In the version 5 update series, we had an area from Fontaine get discovered. I think it was 5.4 where it was discovered. And I think that's about it. Like, we had a whole area of a map just be a complete hole. And then all this got put into perspective. Yeah, all of that. Including that little island right there, and then this underwater area, and this underground cavern area. Yeah, it makes sense. And also, something that's going to make sense, though, that we might get more Fontaine in the 6.0, and then might get more of Natlan. Because I think we got all of, like, Scenario because of the 4.0. Because of the version 4 updates, we got more of, like, I think version 4, we got more of Scenario. I think it was these two areas. I don't know. I'm just grasping at straws here, trying to freaking just make wild guesses and stuff like that. Making wild guesses isn't my forte. Oh, there's an anecdote here. And who's... the cat girl, of course. Is there any anecdotes in Inazuma? I swear to God, if there is, I'm gonna fucking laugh. Nope. No anecdotes here in Inazuma. Yashuri Island is clean. We got... oh, by the way, I even managed to get this. Oh, wow, I left my wave rider there. Wow, surprising. I've still yet to get this one unlocked. Still in the struggle case of that one. I finally was able to get some of the freaking Electroculuses here gathered up. And I'm done with Inazuma's Electroculuses, because after I try to find the one, yeah. Ugh. To think that we could have... wow. It's just... oh, this is just overwhelming my mind right now. We have a Jade Chamber? Yeah, we have a Jade Chamber freaking teleport point right here. Oh. Oh, wow. More teleport points? The game just to add more teleport points? Old Vanarana. I remember when I had a hard time trying to find those things. Yeah, they have souvenir shops, but can I spend them at souvenir shops? No. However, I gotta... do I go and end the stream and get to Roblox? Or do I end the stream and go to Wuthering Waves? Either way, yeah. Yeah, just to let you know, this is the weekly boss in the desert. And then there's a weekly boss in the forest. It's quite balanced. But I've made a decision. There we go. I know we don't have to worry about lighting that thing ever because it's actually under a shade, so it won't get rained on. Yeah, there's no rain in this part of Natlan because there's a volcano here. Which I think it might erupt here again soon. There's a club here. Well, I'll put it up into here because the fact that I need to have I always like to have a quest thing here because I like to have a little bit of wording on the screen at all times. So, as I will stand now, as I stand here, I will zoom in like I do in other. Well, this has been an experience for freaking Genshin Impact. I would say so. And now we finally have this. Oh, and also, I was looking at the patch notes for Wuthering Waves, and like I said, there was a bit of an issue with like PS5 users having a hard time logging in. I had no trouble, but I think some other people had like trouble because of their accounts weren't linked, because their accounts weren't using their PS5 accounts, and I think that's what was the issue. I think that people that are should just restart their adventure over and just use their PS5 accounts and not log in with like an account that's exterior. I think that's what caused that whole top up conspiracy thing in the first place. Like people are like logging in their accounts and just topping up of like from one port to and then using it in another port. Just don't do that, guys. Keep your accounts separated. If you're going to get it on PS5, use your PS5 account. You don't need to be sharing your accounts with other systems. What do you think I want to do? I want to be able to have my accounts on my system through there. I don't do that stuff. I don't. Come on. Whatever. Well, I'm going to end the stream now. Second half is now done. Thank you all so much for stopping in and all that. And let's hope when, Nintendo Switch 2 becomes a thing in my house, of course, I will be getting that at some point. Well, see you all later. Bye-bye.